afternoon. Gage joining us now, and a dry one finally, right?
Yeah, we're drying up. Temperatures not only warming up just yet, but those warmer days are on the way. Let's take a look at those temperatures. Yeah, it's still in the upper 30s here in the Mohawk Valley. We have a decent wind out there, too. Wind speed of around 15 miles an hour in Rome. A little more on the calm side, heading down in the southern valley, so that wind chill a bit on the cooler side, below freezing, feeling like 31 degrees. In Rome, 20-degree wind chill up in the Adirondacks. Yorkville Battery Live radar, we're tracking very narrow and weak lake effect bands. It's basically just the lakes trying their best to form some form of lake effect right here north of Syracuse, heading toward the thruway right here in southern Oneida County, and then one just north of Norwich, maybe potentially right near Sherburne right now. But either way, this is about it in terms of any snowfall today. Live look in Cooperstown, temperature 35 degrees, so a bit more on the chilly side in sections of Otsego County. And this afternoon, maybe a brief flurry, but we're looking at mostly dry weather for the remainder of the day today, and especially for much of the rest of the week. We'll talk about sunshine chances and that warm-up on the way. All that coming up in a few minutes. Gary.
Eric, thanks. Now to Washington, where the vote.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Well, it's been mostly cloudy, a few breaks with some sunshine peeking out here and there, but either way, it is a mostly dry day today. A live look at downtown Utica. Overcast over the city with some clouds breaking free in areas to the north. The temperature, 39, feels like 31, a little brisk out there with a decent west-northwesterly wind of 15 miles an hour. Those winds, by the way, will start to weaken as we head into this evening and tonight. So radar and satellite shows a couple of things. For one, that cloud cover still stubborn from lake effect. It's not a whole lot producing in terms of snow or rain, but it is producing clouds. Then to our south, notable rain and snow, which is expected to stay south for much of the next 24 hours. So while weather looks pretty quiet over the next, say, 2, 3, maybe even 4 days, I want to talk a bit about the sunshine or lack thereof. Look at this cloud cover history here and notice something. Not a whole lot of sunshine has been peeking out, but in fact, the last time we saw mostly sunny skies was the 4th of November. So it's been a while, but we have more sunshine opportunities on the way, especially tomorrow, with a few clouds mixed in with mostly sunny, in fact, partly cloudy skies. And although it's still a bit on the cooler side, we will be warming up toward the end of the week, although clouds will increase. How warm? Well, we're talking upper 40s, nearing 50 degrees, which is slightly above average this time of year. It's actually well below average, hitting into the 30s recently. Bigger picture shows that low pressure staying to our south, snow showers in northern Pennsylvania in the highest of elevations. And then you can see here that blue H making itself home here for the next few days, keeping our weather pretty quiet. So today, there's that lake effect cloud band producing maybe a few spotty flurries and sprinkles. It's drying up this evening, some sunshine right before sunset. Then tomorrow, lingering clouds north, sunshine in the afternoon with highs in the upper 30s. Then tomorrow night, it's a bit on the cooler side, lows in the low 30s, eventually into the 20s in some spots. And then Thursday, looking at clouds increasing with some warmer temperatures up into the upper 30s, nearing 40. And even some warmer days ahead toward the end of the week. Friday, though, appears to be a bit of a washout with rain showers moving in and setting the stage for a pretty mild weekend. It's been so snowy and cold and blustery recently that it might be interesting to see that we're going to be seeing no snow for the next stretch of weather. In fact, we're likely going to see a serious lack of snowfall between now and Thanksgiving. So stay tuned for the latest Thanksgiving forecast toward the end of next week. But Again, at least for the weekend, it's warmer and dry. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Congress may vote in the NBC's Emily Ikeda reporting from Newark here in our area. Well, a lot of folks saw snow, but now that snow's melting, right?
Yeah, and a lot of the lower elevations. Let's take a look at some of our cameras here, Mesnet cameras across pretty much all of New York State here. Notice a very snowy scene still in those highest elevations north. Westmoreland, Herkimer, Oppenheim, Sherburne too. Even Springfield down in Otsego County starting to see some of that snow melt, but head up toward Woodgate, Old Forge, still pretty snowy in some of those sections up there. But again, as we progress throughout the day today, we're going to see those temperatures still remaining in the upper 30s, maybe near 40 degrees, but we still got clouds we're dealing with today. So despite the wind chills feeling colder than freezing, because we're above freezing right now, that snow continues to melt. It's a blustery one out there, wind speeds west-northwest of 15 miles an hour, so we're going to see that sustained wind continue for the next few hours and then slowly weaken. As you look at the radar, some very minor lake effect, but it is expected to weaken to almost no lake effect at all in the next few hours as the supply of moisture from the Great Lakes gets cut off. Cooperstown, a live view out there right now. It's cloudy, chilly, 35 degrees of temperature. And today, that's about as warm as we get. Tonight, we're going to cool down below freezing into the 20s with dry weather, which might be the common sight, plus more opportunity for sunshine and a warm-up on the way. We'll talk about all that and more coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Utica police arrested a
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies we're treated to today as weather dries up after a pretty snowy and cold and windy stretch of weather in the weekend. Let's take a look at downtown Utica. You can see here pretty quiet out there right now. Temperature officially 39 degrees. Feels like 31 out there, so still a bit, I would say, winter jacket-like for much of the region. Radar and satellite shows a couple of things. For one, we have some lake effect clouds moving through parts of the Mohawk Valley. The snow and rain itself, spotty and very light if that. There's more notable rain and snow heading through the mountains of Pennsylvania, but that is staying to our south. In the meantime, the weather today looking to be on the quiet side. In the meantime, the weather looks pretty quiet. Something that we haven't seen in quite a while is a lot of sunshine, wall-to-wall sunshine. Now, I mean, we're talking back a month or so ago, 2 months ago, we were saying, when are we going to start seeing clouds? It's been so sunny. Well, now the clouds are really moving in. Last time we saw a mostly sunny day was the 4th of November. So it's that time of year, one of the cloudiest times here in central New York. But we will see some opportunity for skies to clear as we head toward the middle of the week. Wednesday, a few clouds. Best chance for any sunshine this week as clouds will increase again on Thursday, and we're tracking widespread rain on Friday. Aside from the clouds or even rain chances, these temperatures here point to a slight warm-up toward the end of the week into the weekend. This is not a major warm-up. We're going to be heading closer to average this time of year. But still, we'll take this slight warm-up because it means we're not looking at any notable snowfall, which I guess could be good news for those of you who are not snow fans, and, well, bad news for those of you who have to wait a little bit longer to see any notable snow even through Thanksgiving. So the bigger picture shows rain and snow staying to our south, weather remaining dry, and high pressure making itself home here in the northeast, keeping pretty much everything dry until Friday. As that lake band begins to weaken to our west, we're going to see skies clear out a little bit this evening and tonight. Then by tomorrow morning, a few clouds up to the north, maybe some patchy drizzle out toward maybe Oswego. But then we'll see sunshine Wednesday afternoon, and then temperatures still remaining in the 30s. Clouds increasing on Thursday up into the mid-40s. And then Friday, so far looking to be a cold November rain, but it will be all rain. It will not be snow, at least looking pretty snowless between now through the end of the weekend and for much of next week. This weekend, though, looking somewhat average, 40s. Dry, though, so maybe heading to that bowl game.
Yes.
Yeah, you might have to grab a blanket for the bleachers to keep yourself warm, but it's going to be dry for
Yeah, hopefully it'll be full for this big bowl.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. A new era is on.
Cast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. All right, so no snow today. I mean, that's good, right?
That's one way to look at it.
Some people like it, Jay.
True. Not you.
Well, anyway, we're moving on, and we're talking about the chance for some sunshine, believe it or not. We're expecting to see that as we head into tomorrow. Things are looking pretty quiet out there. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, 37 degrees. It's cold, still breezy, but not as windy as yesterday. We're going to drop down into the 20s tonight as skies start to clear out. Partly sunny skies tomorrow. Thursday's looking pretty nice, and it starts to warm up. We should climb into the 40s here as we head into the end of the week, which, again, is not warm, but it's going to be a lot warmer than it's been. And that trend is going to continue into early next week. We are going to stay dry this evening, so there won't be any issues out there as in terms of slippery roads or tricky travel. And we will be tracking some warmer weather along with our next chance of rain. I've got to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Happening tomorrow, the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. A generally cloudy day today. We did get a little bit of sunshine this morning, but it didn't last. It's live looking downtown Utica. The clouds are going to clear out slowly tonight. We'll call it partly cloudy because I don't think they're going to completely go away. But we should get a little bit more sunshine tomorrow and Thursday. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look pretty quiet. Some updates here for you. We've been talking about how low the reservoirs have been in the fall, and with all the rain that we've been getting, we've been noticing the levels have risen quite a bit. In fact, Hinckley's been up 10 feet since the beginning of this month, and the water levels have changed pretty dramatically. Some of the boats that were stuck on the bottom are now starting to float again. This picture from Naomi Bello, and again, things are getting back to normal, or at least closer to normal levels here due to the heavier rain that we've been getting throughout the month. Also, too, today, actually right now, we've hit a very specific milestone in parts of our country. We're specifically looking to Alaska. Utqiagvik, also called Barrow, Alaska, is the northernmost part of Alaska, and today, and right now, they are having the last sunset of the year. The sun is going to fall below the horizon and stay below the horizon until January 22nd. And just to give you some perspective here, Utqiagvik is this part of Alaska. So we're looking at the very northern tip here, well above the Arctic Circle at about 70 degrees north latitude. And yeah, 65 days of darkness for that spot. So if you think it's depressing around here with the lack of sunshine, imagine living somewhere there. It's quite an adjustment, as you can imagine. Searching for sunshine, we might get a few breaks over the next couple of days. Friday looks cloudy, and then maybe a break or two on Saturday. We are eventually going to make it into the cloudiest time of the year, which is in the wintertime. So if you think it's pretty rough now, this is the direction that we're headed. Dolgeville, 35 degrees. Little Falls, 37. Deansboro, 33. Hamilton, 30. Cooperstown, 34. We are tracking quiet weather for the short term. This weather system is going to head to our south. It'll be a close call, but we stay dry tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the 20s. Tomorrow, it's partly sunny throughout the day. There might be some lingering lake effect cloud cover in Oneida County. So at times, we'll see overcast skies, but there should be at least breaks of sunshine here and there throughout the day. Temperatures climb into the upper 30s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. Thursday looks dry and a little bit warmer. Temperatures climb into the low 40s with partly sunny skies. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 24. We remain dry tomorrow, partly sunny, a high of 42. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. 45 on Thursday, partly sunny. Showers returned Friday, 46. And the weather over the weekend looks pretty nice. We're looking at dry conditions. We're 40 Saturday, 47 Sunday, 48 Monday, and then we start to cool down somewhat Tuesday. But generally dry weather and at least a few opportunities for sunshine here over the next couple of days.
All right, good deal, Bill. Thank you.
It's National.
Who help others. Let's get you over to the Weather Center again with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
All right, so we're talking about the Winter Outlook show. It's going to be debuting at this time 2 days from now during the second half of the Live at 5 News Hour. It's our weather team's way to prep you for the upcoming winter. In addition to talking about what we expect for the winter in terms of snowfall and temperature, we're also covering a lot of topics related to winter, including looking back at last winter and all the heavy lake effect snow that took place across parts of central New York. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet. We are going to cool off pretty quickly tonight. Temperatures are going to be in the 40s for the rest of the week, which is much closer to average. We're typically in the low to mid 40s this time of the year. It's been colder than average for a good portion of November, but things are going to change, at least for the time being. Next chance of rain looks to be Friday afternoon. If you're taking the dog out for a walk this evening, it's chilly. Temperatures will be in the low 30s. Tonight's featured dogs Molly and Isabel from Howe and Patton. If you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Kristen, back to you.
All right, Bill. Thank you. The Jervis Public.
It's time for the Storm Tracker 2 Winter Outlook Show. With our experienced weather team, you'll get all the answers that are accurate, dependable, and easy to understand. Watch the Storm Tracker 2 Winter Outlook Show, November 20th at 5:30 on WKTV. Brought to you by Clinton Tractor. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking some nicer weather over the next couple of days. We should get a break in the overcast conditions and get some sunshine tomorrow. Live look in downtown Utica. Things are looking pretty quiet. If you're driving tonight, no worries on the roads. We've been getting snow showers for the past couple of days, but things are looking quiet. The wind outlook is also going to give us a break. It's been a windy stretch of weather this month, but the winds will be fairly light over the next few days. It's not until Saturday where the winds slightly pick up, but I'm not seeing anything strong in the extended outlook. Our sky watchers checking in. Temperatures generally in the 30s. Bob and Clinton 36, Mike in New Hartford 36 degrees, Barneveld 32. Alder Creek, Carroll with 32 degrees, Donna, Norway 34, Old Forge, Bill 30 degrees, and Ilion with 34, Skenevis, Gary 35, Westford, Dave 31, and Scott and Edmonston with 33, Deb and Hartwick with 28. The bigger picture shows some clearing taking place today. Still some stubborn lake effect clouds with that northwest wind, but the wind direction is changing. We're also watching a weather system that passes to the south, so this area of rain will eventually just miss us. It looks like northern Pennsylvania and even southern New York State. I could see a very light amount of snow here tonight and early tomorrow, but we'll be too far to the north this time around. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows drop down into the 20s, so it's a cold night. Tomorrow, we should see some sunshine. The only thing that I'm watching here is there might be a small window of lake effect cloud cover that tries to redevelop here in the afternoon. And, you know, given this time of the year, it doesn't take much. So we'll call it partly cloudy. Heading into tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. The weather does start to change Thursday. The winds come in from the south, and that's going to allow warmer temperatures to return. We'll start out Thursday with temperatures in the 30s, and then we'll climb into the low to mid 40s in the afternoon. Should be a pretty nice day. The weather looks to remain dry through Thursday night before the next weather system arrives on Friday. Partly cloudy skies tonight. It is cold. We are well below freezing, down to 24, so a hard frost first thing tomorrow morning. Partly sunny skies tomorrow afternoon. Pleasant, a light breeze. Very little, actually, compared to the past couple of days. A high of 42. Thursday, 45, partly sunny. The weather changes Friday. Clouds, showers arrive. Temperatures in the 40s, and it does stay all rain. Heading into the weekend, some cooler weather on Saturday, mostly cloudy, 40 degrees. 47 on Sunday. It does warm up, and temperatures will be slightly above average. You'll make a run into the upper 40s on Monday. Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 40s. A pretty dry stretch of weather here, aside from Friday, as we look ahead into early next week. We'll be right back.
Up on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Tracking a lovely evening here in central New York. We saw mostly cloudy skies today, a little bit of sunshine. I think we're going to get more sunshine tomorrow and Thursday, at least partly sunny skies. It is long overdue. It's been a pretty cloudy stretch. Current temperature 37 degrees. We have calm winds. The winds have subsided, and we're looking at calm conditions over the next couple of days. But it does get cold tonight. Overnight lows will drop down into the 20s. Partly sunny skies tomorrow and Thursday. And the weather does look warmer. There's a very noticeable warming trend as we head towards the end of the week. Temperatures back into the 40s as opposed to the 30s and wind and chilly conditions that we've been experiencing. Mostly cloudy skies this evening, temperatures in the 30s. We're tracking some warmer weather, our next chance of rain on Friday, and then a look at how things are trending for early next week. I've got to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Happening tomorrow.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. A pretty nice day today, mostly cloudy skies. We should get some sunshine tomorrow and Thursday, at least partly sunny skies. A fairly quiet weather pattern for the short term. This is live look in downtown Utica. Great evening to get out. It's still chilly, it's less windy, and it is dry. This is a live look at the Airfield Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All of the rain that we've been getting lately has really helped the water levels rise, not just area reservoirs, but all the streams and creeks across central New York. We're getting out of this really, really dry pattern, and things are looking in a different direction here. This picture from Naomi Bello, Hinkley Reservoir, and now the boat is floating. It's up 10 feet since the beginning of this month. Again, a combination of some heavy rainfall, and just, again, some of this is controlled by the dam, too. Also wanted to mention that, in a very different light here, today marks the last sunset of the year for Utqiagvik, which is also called Barrow, formerly known as Barrow, Alaska. This is the sunset that's taking place. The sun goes down today, and it doesn't come back above the horizon until January 22nd. And just recall your geography here. So here's Alaska. Utqiagvik is this very, very northern part of it. It's located well above the Arctic Circle. And again, 65 days of darkness ahead for them. Of course, it kind of feels like that around here with all the cloud cover, but we will be getting some breaks of sunshine over the next couple of days. Friday looks cloudy, and it looks overcast heading into Saturday. Temperatures across the region, we're in the 30s. Whitesboro 37, Barneveld 32. Fairfield, Sandy 33, Bill and Old Forge 30. Skenevis 35, Westford 31, and Scott and Edmonston with 33. A weather system passes to our south tonight. This could bring some light snow to Pennsylvania and downstate New York, so that's going to be getting a lot of attention since this is making a pretty close call to New York City. But as far as we're concerned, we should miss that entirely. We are looking at dry conditions tonight, overnight lows in the 20s. Tomorrow, we'll watch for some lake effect cloud cover. Otherwise, it's partly sunny. Temperatures climb into the upper 30s. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow night. The winds turn into the south as we head into Thursday, and that's going to give us warmer weather and also an opportunity for a few breaks of sunshine as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the 40s. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 24. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies, a light breeze, a high of 42. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Dry Thursday, 45. The next weather maker arrives Friday, and it brings rain to the afternoon and evening, a high of 46. The weather over the weekend looks quiet. Temperatures in the 40s, mostly cloudy skies, and the weather remains dry into early next week. Hopefully things stay that way as we get closer to Thanksgiving, but looking that far ahead, a lot of things could change.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Tom, I think the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. This is a great picture from Naomi. She texted me yesterday and said, hey, that boat is now floating. And I said, we need a picture. And she delivered.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, this is Hinkley Reservoir, up 10 feet since this bottomed out earlier this month.
It's huge.
Yeah, big difference with all the rain that we've been getting. So we were starting to notice changes there, and we're heading in that direction. We've got some cooler weather in store over the next couple of days, but we do get a chance to see the sunshine at least. We're looking at dry conditions on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Temperature-wise, it's cooling off. We're 26 degrees, clear skies at Griffiths and Rome. And we do expect partly cloudy skies overnight, so it's going to be a pretty chilly night across the region. Dry weather continues over the next couple of days. Sunshine returns tomorrow and Thursday. And we do have rain in the forecast heading into Friday. Partly cloudy tonight, down to 24. Tracking some warmer weather ahead. We've got to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Thank you, Bill. Happening tomorrow, folks. That
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a look at downtown Utica. It's a pretty quiet night. Skies are clearing out and it is getting cold. Temperatures have already dropped into the 20s and it will be in the low to mid 20s first thing tomorrow morning. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And again, it's looking pretty quiet out there tonight. Today marks a milestone in northern Alaska. This is a place called Utqiagvik, which is also known as Barrow, formerly known as Barrow. It's the very northern part of Alaska. Today was their last sunset for the rest of the whole year. Because they're so far north of the Arctic Circle, they see this a sunset today, and it doesn't go above the horizon until January 22nd. And just to go to your geography lesson here, here's Alaska, and here's Utqiagvik. It's the very northern part here. So this is well north of the Arctic Circle, 65 days where that sun stays below the horizon. Believe it or not, it's not 65 days of total darkness. The sun gets close to the horizon, and they do get this twilight effect around noontime, but they won't see the sun's rays for another 65 days. Sometimes it feels like that in central New York, but we will get a few breaks in the overcast tomorrow and Thursday. We're calling for partly sunny skies. It's cloudy Friday, and then a few breaks in the overcast on Saturday. We are watching a weather system that passes to the south. This is producing some light snow showers in northern Pennsylvania and downstate New York tonight. Very light coating here, but again, not really a close call for us. That should easily pass to the south without a problem. We're looking at dry conditions overnight, partly cloudy skies. We should see some sunshine break out as we head into tomorrow. There will be a few lake effect clouds from time to time working in from the west, but I do think it's going to be a pretty nice day. Temperatures will climb into the upper 30s with very light winds. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies, overnight lows drop down into the 30s. And then on Thursday, it's partly sunny, and it does look a little bit warmer. We have a south wind kicking in. It should help bring temperatures into the 40s before the next weather maker arrives bringing rain on Friday. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 24. Tomorrow, a pleasant day, partly sunny, warmer than today, and very little wind. Temperatures should make it into the low 40s, which will be the warmest it's been in the past several days. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We're in the mid-40s on Thursday, partly sunny skies. A weather maker arrives Friday. It brings a round of rain. Temperatures climb into the mid-40s. Rain will come to an end Friday night, and the weekend looks pretty nice. Mostly cloudy Saturday, 40. Mostly cloudy Sunday, we're up to 47, and it's a mild start to Thanksgiving week. We're 48 Monday and into the low 40s under mostly cloudy skies on Tuesday. We'll be right back.
That's with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. A welcome sight at Hinckley.
The boat has floated. Yeah, this was stuck on the ground, but because of the dry conditions. But Hinckley's risen 10 feet since earlier this month. This picture from Naomi Bello. We do appreciate the photos too.
Absolutely. Keep sending them in.
Yes, exactly, and keep us updated too, because we're not Santa Claus. We can't be everywhere at once. As much as we love to cover that, we do have limitations too. We are looking at a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Dry conditions across central New York, and it's going to stay that way for the next several days. We actually get some sunshine here as we head into tomorrow. Our current temperature is 27 degrees. It's cloudy. Winds are calm. Heading into tonight, the weather remains partly to mostly cloudy, and it stays dry over the next few days. I think we'll get our chance for sunshine tomorrow. Partly cloudy skies. There could be some lake effect cloud cover in spots. Thursday also affords an opportunity to see the sunshine. Things change by Friday, though. That'll be our next weather system that rolls in and brings us rain. Partly cloudy skies tonight, low temperature of 24. tracking some warmer weather in our future. Look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Happening tomorrow, folks that live on
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. The weather looks pretty quiet tonight. We are going to enjoy a couple of dry and hopefully partly sunny to mostly sunny days. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, all is quiet. Today marks a special day on the planet. It's the last sunset of the entire year for a place called Utqiagvik, which is also known as Barrow, Alaska. So this is the northern tip of Alaska, and it is the last sunset of the year. It doesn't come back until January 22nd. Now, you may be thinking, is that complete darkness? Well, not quite. See, what happens is the sun does go below the horizon, and it won't come above the horizon until January 22nd. But around noontime, there's still twilight, so they do get some brightness in the sky, even in the middle of winter. But there's a lot of darkness that's happening near the North Pole these days. And just to give you some perspective, this is Alaska. The place that we're talking about is right here. Again, Utqiagvik. This is about 70 degrees north latitude, which is well above the Arctic Circle. And again, 65 days without seeing the sun. Feels like that sometimes in central New York, doesn't it? With all the clouds that we get. Well, we'll get some breaks in the overcast tomorrow as well as Thursday. So at least opportunities for sunshine. Friday looks cloudy, and then mostly cloudy skies Saturday. The next weather system passes just to our south. It's producing some light snow showers in Pennsylvania. This is not going to impact our weather, but it'll be a pretty close call. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows drop down into the 20s. Tomorrow looks like a pretty nice day. We'll see some sunshine in the morning, and then a few lake effect clouds will move in. I don't think these are going to cause too much of a problem, but they may make the sky gray at times. Will be partly cloudy tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies on Thursday. Ahead of the next weather system, we'll have a south wind, and it does warm up. Thursday, we're looking at high temperatures in the mid-40s. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 24. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies, a pleasant afternoon, a high of 42. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We're in the mid-40s Thursday, partly sunny. On Friday, the next weather system arrives. This brings clouds and rain. Temperatures will be in the mid-40s. We're not dealing with snow on this one, though. As we dry out over the weekend, it does cool down for Saturday, 40 degrees. 47 Sunday, mostly cloudy, so it is looking dry this weekend. We're into the upper 40s Monday. Tuesday, mostly cloudy with highs in the low 40s. A generally dry stretch of weather ahead. We'll be right back.